Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Chuck and Lisa Show. I am Chuck Nellis. How's everybody doing tonight?
Who are you looking around? Who's in here?
I don't know, talking to the crowd. I always think the crowd is over there for some reason.
Yeah?
Like we're on a stage. It's strange.
You're very strange.
I know. Anyway, I'm Miss Lisa. How are you doing tonight? This is my beautiful wife, Lisa. And that's a motorcycle.
Where's the train?
That's coming soon.
Soon, yeah.
And then the penis in the sky will start.
Oh yeah, the air gas.
Lisa, lean more towards your right or scoot your fanny over so that when you lean left, you're in the middle. There you go. We only get half your face when you lean like that.
Scoot your fanny.
I only have half a face.
You look marvelous now.
It's definitely better than being two-faced.
You were
and that other
marvelous.
voice you hear is our intrepid producer, Dersh.
Never heard of him.
How you doing tonight, Dersh?
Better than I deserve, but I think you knew that already.
Yep. I was just saying before the show that I missed him doing Eeyore.
Oh, bother.
Oh, bother. So, we've all been very busy since the last time we talked to you guys 2 weeks ago. Dershie was in Europe, and Lisa and I had quite an adventure in Florida.
I was in Europe. Where'd I go?
Only you would know. You're a clown. So anyway, Lisa and I went down to Florida for her daughter's pre-wedding party.
Yeah.
What do you call it? It's for the people who weren't going to be able to make it to the wedding, but were old family friends. Basically.
Yeah, so you don't really call it, apparently, for etiquette reasons, you don't call it an engagement party because those people aren't invited to the wedding necessarily.
So this is the asterisk to a wedding.
It's the Florida party. It's like Florida Man.
It's the Florida party, yeah. Doesn't really mean anything.
The Florida party.
Yep, we met some nice people, had a great time. Emma looked absolutely happy as can be, and that's how it should be. And so did John Michael.
I got a cake.
Lisa got a cake for her birthday. That was very cool.
Woo-hoo.
It was 60th, Lisa's, can I say it?
You just did.
60th birthday party. And that was really fun,
It wasn't
too.
my party. It was just a cake.
And then, Sunday morning, before the
Chuck,
whole party.
Chuck, can I correct you, please?
Yes, sir.
We don't want to do that to Lisa. It was her 31st anniversary of her 29th birthday.
No, somebody said I turned 30 twice.
Okay, or that.
So once you hit 29, we only do anniversaries of the 29th birthday.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like turning 30 twice. Turned 30 and then I started over.
Yeah, if you go down, it would be great, but
Yeah.
it doesn't work that way.
No.
And then the weekend took a bit of a different turn when my mother, who had been sick for the last 20 plus years, passed away. On
my birthday!
On her birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
She gave you a birthday present.
Give me a birthday present.
She had been sick for a long time, so it wasn't a surprise. I'm not really in mourning because I dealt with the reality that it was coming while it was happening. It wasn't like a surprise. You know, when somebody just goes and they're gone, then you go, oh shit, the things you never got to say and whatnot. But I had time, and she and I had a good relationship at the end. So
You even have a message on your phone going, I don't know what day this is.
what day is it? I'm never gonna erase that message.
You need to download
I
that
have to
one.
find out how to download
You
that.
you just send it to yourself on your computer.
Who do you have?
He has an iPhone with Spectrum.
Yep, Spectrum. Okay, because AT&T, you can go online and get all your recordings and your messages and stuff. You can actually
I don't know,
download.
but
I think I
you
can do that.
I think you can also send it to yourself in an email or something.
Okay. Anyway, my mother's last words to me on a phone are, "Can you call me back? I don't know what day it is. What's the date?"
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not even
Doesn't matter.
sick and I never know what day it is.
I know. In the end,
Yeah, I know.
In the end, it didn't matter.
Well, she sounded very, very ready at that point. So, Anyway, it's not sad, so don't, I mean, she's finally out of pain, for one thing.
Yeah.
Because she's been in pain for a long time. Sorry, I had to kill something.
You had to kill something?
Yeah, there's a bug on
You're
the
talking
table.
about your mom dying and you had said you had to kill something?
Well, they're different things. She died of old age. That died because of
She
a
was
bug.
not old!
So she always said. Oh, until about a couple months before she actually passed. And
But she said she
admitted
was
it.
old?
She said, I can't say I'm young anymore.
Well, that's
was
because
like-
you told her you were old.
I am. That really was the changing point when I said I'm old. So, but it. Besides everyone coming up to me and saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry about your mom," and and everybody said it online when I got back. Well, when I got back to the hotel room, but it wasn't a bad thing. I kept saying. I kept saying what I said to you guys, that she was dying, and I knew it. And then let's not take anything away from the celebration.
Right. Circle of life and all that.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in that. You're born, you live, you die. End of story.
Pretty much.
Yep. Anyway, so that's all I got to say about that. Anybody?
It's like we were talking about that life insurance thing where the commercial where it was totally unexpected. Was it? No, was it really
Right.
totally unexpected?
Right. They
Because,
were
like,
80.
No, no.
Even if-
I don't mean your mom. I just mean in general.
Oh yeah.
Totally unexpected. Like nobody's ever gonna die.
Yeah. From the moment you're born, there are things that can kill you,
Right.
I thought
and often do.
that one where the guy's like, Bob, yeah, he runs a marathon every other weekend.
I like that
And
one.
the wife goes, not anymore.
Not anymore.
I know.
Oops. See, those are the ones that you go.
So you know what?
Oh,
So you know what you said?
What?
You said, "Can we still make mom jokes on the show?"
I did. We are absolutely going to do that because she would have the same reaction dead as she was alive, right?
Yeah.
Basically,
Sorry.
she'll never hear him. No, but my mother was a challenging woman, to say the least.
Yeah.
There aren't many people that called her friend, put it that way. Anywho, we got a lot to talk about otherwise. Oh wait, we forgot the other third of the show here. Dersh, tell us about your voyages.
Yo ho hee ho.
He's a pirate.
Arr, it's pirate.
Arr.
I love pirate.
Pirate's life for me. Arr. Well, yeah. Well, we took another group to Europe, and it's the first time since COVID.
Did you bring him back?
Oh, we brought everybody back safely.
Did
Actually, it was
anybody
pretty-
get lost?
It was no, not yet.
Good. Good.
Not yet.
Right. We still have one out there somewhere. She met her mother in New York. And,
I
we
see.
left her in New York.
But
But
she had,
it was
she had
pretty special.
permission.
It was pretty special. My wife and I went. My two of my 3 children were with us, and my son's wife was with us, and then my cousin Sherry, who I basically grew up with, was
Nice.
with us as well. So it was pretty cool. We had 49 people total on the
Nice.
trip.
Huh.
Went to Italy.
That's a pretty good size.
Yeah. So that was our first trip since 2019. Was
Yeah.
the last
Wow.
time we actually flew over there.
Right.
If you guys remember, the literally the night before we're supposed to take off,
I
Trump
remember.
shut down all the
Oh, right.
airports.
I
remember
remember
that.
that.
We were supposed to leave the next day. So
Well, it's better that you left that day than the next day
'Cause you
because
would've got
getting
stuck.
back would have.
Yeah.
I
challenge.
think we probably would have just turned around at, flown back on the airplane. I don't know what they would have done, but
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, we went into flew into Venice as we normally do when we go to Italy, and right off the bat
Oh
I
yeah.
had
Go to Italy again.
yeah. This
Right.
is my 5th trip to Italy, so pretty cool. This is my wife's 8th trip to Italy.
Y'all suck.
Who's she going to Italy without you?
Well, she went.
Yeah. On the other three, huh?
She went twice before I met her, and then one time she went the first year of our marriage. She went, and she didn't have enough students to take me over there, and we didn't have the money to.
Yeah, sure.
That's her story, and she's sticking to it.
Anyway, yeah. So we're getting off at Venice, and of course we're on the Grand. Our hotel's right on the Grand Canal, which is really sweet.
That's nice.
And I was getting off the yacht. There's a little yacht that takes us over there, and just as I went to step onto the dock, massive wave. The Grand Canal was just so choppy.
Right.
And a massive wave hit the side of the boat and literally threw me out of the boat onto the dock.
Well, that was convenient.
Yeah.
Dockside loading.
And then, well, the worst thing is that the dock is made out of that concrete. This they pebble it, so because it's right, it's always wet and you don't want to slip and all that.
So you don't
So my hands are all scraped up, my knees are scraped up.
Oh man!
But worse than that is when I hit the deck, my foot went down, and it just happened to be right at the edge of the dock. So my foot's hanging over the dock, and the next wave comes, it slams the boat into my foot. My foot's a boat dock sandwich.
Right. Wonderful.
2 days later, my entire I can show you a picture of it, but you'd throw up. My foot
you broke your feet?
No, nothing was broken. I got lucky. Actually, I went to see the foot doctor today just to check it out.
It was just mangled.
I saw the foot doctor. Yeah. I didn't know what to do.
He said I was extremely lucky because it hit flush. It hit completely flush. So all it did was break all the blood vessels. And he said I was extremely lucky because if it was on an angle or something like that, it would have broken all my toes or whatever.
Well, that would have sucked.
Yeah.
They would have
been worse.
Push you around Italy in a wheelchair.
Yeah, no. My wife would have stuck me in the hotel room and gone like, have fun. I'll see you when we get home. But that was great. So Venice was pretty cool. We just stayed there for one night.
Fun.
Kids loved it. I'm personally, Venice. You see it one time, and I'm pretty much done with Venice.
He's over it.
There's nothing.
He's just over it.
I'm so over Venice.
There's nothing to do. I mean, you have the one.
The water tried to eat you.
Yeah. You have the the Great Square.
So in other words, you had more excitement than you usually do there.
Well, for me, yeah, exactly. Then
where else did he go?
We left Venice and went to Oviedo. Never been there, so that was.
Swear at me.
Yeah, never been to Oviedo, so that was really cool.
That's another city.
Yeah, it's in Florence. It's in the Florence region over there, and so it's a little fortress city up on top of a hill. You know how they do that over there in Italy for protection, and they have just an absolutely gorgeous church, a cathedral there. It's beautiful, so we got to see that, and pretty cool. Then we went on to Florence, spent 2 days in Florence. My son, who is a massive, I sent the picture to you and Lisa. I should have put it up, but my son, who's a huge Ninja Turtle fan. All the turtles are named after the great artists, right?
Yeah.
So he wore his Ninja Turtle shirt around Florence to find artwork done by the four masters of the Ninja Turtles, and he took a picture, with his shirt, pointing to the turtle that was
Michelangelo,
the master of Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael, and Leonardo. So that was pretty cool.
The picture you sent was Michelangelo, right?
Well, it was all four of them. If you look at it, he found each of the four turtles, and if you look at what he's pointing at, he's standing, in front of the artwork, pointing at the turtle that did that work. So Florence, I love Florence. It's my third favorite city in Europe.
I love Florence too. She was very good on the Jefferson.
Oh God, I knew you were gonna say that.
Alrighty then. Then we went to Sorrento, and down in Sorrento.
They make
So you
cheese
toured
there.
all over Italy again.
Yeah,
Any
Sorrento
other
went
countries?
to Capri. No, it's all Italy. Capri and Sorrento. Left Sorrento the next day and went to Pompeii on the way up to Rome.
See if you also knew I was going to say this. It's all Greek to me.
Yeah, it is.
That's not Greek. That's Roman.
That's what
Well,
I'm saying.
Part of Pompeii is the foundation on Pompeii is Greek.
Yeah.
They just found that out a few years ago.
That's cool.
There was an earthquake that uncovered, knocked down a Roman wall, and underneath it they saw the ruins of a Greek village, which
That's cool.
didn't even know it was there. They didn't know it was there.
Wow.
The best thing about Pompeii, every time we go there, they take us to something new.
The population is low.
Yeah. It's only like one third of Pompeii that's open right now, and they spent 20 years uncovering and restoring one of the bigger homes that's in Pompeii.
Oh, yeah.
And
Well, that's a lot of lava to move.
Yeah, it opened
You know,
a week. It opened a week before we got there, so we're amongst the first people to be able to see it. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Neat.
Yeah.
Good
And
job.
then Rome, of course, we saw all the classics, Colosseum and the Forum and yada yada, whatever.
All that Rome stuff.
Rome.
Yeah,
Rome.
just it's Rome, whatever.
Well, I'm glad you had a great trip. That's excellent.
Rome if you want to.
Rome if you want to. What happens in Rome stays in Rome.
Roam around the world.
Oh, goodness. Oh, we also saw, what play did we see? Temptations.
Ain't too proud.
Ain't Too Proud. That was very good.
It was good.
The music's still stuck in my head.
That was pretty good.
Did you know, on this date, in 1788, the Great Fire of New Orleans began.
Yeah.
It destroyed 856 buildings.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
You know, if I had existed then, that would be a problem.
Yeah.
Hate it when it happens.
I do too.
Yeah. Was your mom on the fire team?
She escaped.
She did. Okay.
Yeah. She was hanging out with the firemen.
In 1857, 100,000 people died in an earthquake in Tokyo, Japan.
Oh no. It was Godzilla, wasn't it?
My mother was hanging out with Godzilla. In 1871, this is for you, Mom. We love you. In 1871, journalist Henry Morton Stanley began his trek to find the missionary and explorer David Livingstone.
Oh wow.
Livingston, I presume?
You found them too.
Apparently he did.
I remember that from Bugs Bunny.
Yeah,
Wait
that's funny. In more important
a minute.
news-
Let's go back a second. Speaking of Bugs Bunny, there's a lot of good cultural information in the
Oh,
Bugs
God,
I
Bunny.
know most
cartoon.
people know classical music from Bugs Bunny.
Right.
Right. I mean, they really had a lot of, really good cultural information.
I watch them now, and I as entertained as when I was a kid.
Absolutely.
They're that well done.
Bugs Bunny, yeah, it's eternal, man. It survives.
It's the
as good today.
greatest cartoon ever made. No doubt in my mind.
Yeah, I don't have any argument with that.
In more important news than history, in 1980, J.R. Ewing is shot on Dallas,
Who shot him?
leading to the phrase "Who shot J.R." I said that.
That was
I know.
that was the first cliffhanger
Yeah.
ever.
Man.
And I mean, the news was talking about who shot JR. It was in all the
Oh man, the whole
papers, and everybody had their theories.
It was so funny.
Yeah, well, I
You know
remember
what that told me? how bored we were entertainment-wise in 1980.
Right.
Yeah. I wasn't watching TV. I was working.
I never watched Dallas. It was just so...
I didn't either. I couldn't stand
My mom
Dallas.
did. Did your mom?
My mom liked, what was the spin-off?
Oh, the Ewings? When they went to... Linda, what's her name?
Linda Evans. Because
Yeah.
my mother freaking thought she was Linda Evans.
Yeah.
Yep. In 1999, the first circumnavigation of the Earth by a hot air balloon.
When?
1999.
Really?
Did you blow it up?
I thought they did
yourself?
that around the world in 80 days. Oh, that was a movie.
Yeah, but circumnavigation does not mean it doesn't touch down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
you
know.
can't.
It just, yeah. They could, there was no way they could not do that.
Right. They wouldn't have all those great scenes from the movies of people waving to them and whatnot.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to go in a hot air balloon or not.
Yep.
Oh, you have to, but you have to do it someplace that's really cool.
Well, yeah, like my friends did it in Egypt this week.
That's cool. We did
Yeah.
it. We took our first balloon ride in Napa Valley. That was
That's neat.
phenomenal. It was so beautiful. It was so cool when you take off in the morning and you get up in the air and all around you see these balloons popping up out of the trees and out of the building, around the buildings and stuff all over the place.
No.
Those pilots are amazing. The way they fly those things.
Somebody that flies one around here, down in Ephraim.
Yeah. Hey, in 1685, Johann Sebastian Bach was born.
Yeah?
You know who the nurse was?
Your mom. She was a nurse, right?
Yeah. Do it. In 1768, Joseph Fourier, a French mathematician, born.
Never heard of him.
In 1946, Timothy Dalton, the actor known as James Bond.
One of them.
One of them, not
Terrible.
the best one by a long shot.
Terrible James Bond.
I swear I think I'm allergic to this camper.
Yeah.
It makes my nose itch every time I'm out here.
Oh no. In 1958, Gary Oldham, the actor, was born. In 1962, Matthew Broderick was born.
Oh,
Yeah?
wow.
You know who that is, right? Bueller?
Bueller. Yep. Great movie.
He was also in War Games. Great movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good movie. That was before that.
Yep.
In 1980, Ronaldinho, Brazilian footballer, was born.
Ronaldinho.
That's it.
Damn, son.
Ronaldinho. There's no Ino in I-N-H-O.
Ronaldo?
That's how you
Yes, there
pronounce
is.
it, though.
That's how you say it.
And
Say it again.
Mexican, Spanish, Ino.
Yeah.
It's like highlight. It's J-A-L-A.
Okay.
You're
That
like,
one
what?
got through me. I was like, well,
J-A-L-A is highlight.
right.
Huh?
I know.
Do you guys not know how to pronounce your vowels?
In 1985, and Jerry would like this, Adrian Peterson was born, an American football player.
Adrian!
All right, let's go to the first story and get the picture of this kid up there, because you're not going to believe this. Lisa had to tell me like twice what size shoe this kid really has.
And he's only 14, so he's probably
The
still
kid's
growing.
14 years old. He's Bigfoot. Goonie goo goo.
Goony goo goo. Uh-oh. Lost Chuck. Huh? Everybody stand by. Chuck is gone. Where's Chuck? Stand by, please. Don't leave. We're going to get Chuck back as soon as we can. Alright, folks. Chuck's computer power died on him, so we're waiting for it to come back up and have Chuck back with us. There it is.
All right. Sorry about that.
You need to adjust your camera, Chuck.
Do I?
Yeah, we're looking at your chin.
Why did you put the damn computer over to get it working?
No, you didn't. You just needed to plug it in, but you didn't know that.
Right, I didn't know that. All right, sorry about that. Are we back on the air?
Yeah, we're on the air. Been on the air.
All right, far out. Sorry about that, guys. That was just one of those things. I'll say it's my fault because it really is because I didn't check my freaking wires.
Yeah, there you go.
Is it plugged in? The first question.
Alrighty.
Anyway, let's get back to where we were. Where were we?
Talking about the kid.
The Bigfoot kid. Have you got that picture up?
Yep, he's up.
All right. Well, I'll just start out with what they say. Like most mothers, Rebecca Kilburn just wants to provide everything for her children they needs, including the basics like shoes. That's proving to be a struggle with her 14-year-old son, Eric Jr. This team has size 23 for now shoes.
Well, he's 6'10". The mom's 6'2",
right.
And the dad's 6'5", and the son is 6'10".
This kid's got to get in shape because he'd be one monster of a football player.
He can't get in shape because he doesn't have any shoes.
He doesn't. What's the name of that the story with the elves, the elf and the shoemaker, the something,
Cobbler.
The cobbler and the
Cobbler,
he used that to come in at night.
No, they were getting ready to send molds of his feet to Italy so they could make him shoes for like $1,500.
Right.
I can't believe that Nike or over here didn't jump on this just for the advertisement.
She called a bunch of places. I know. She called a bunch of places and they laughed at her. They were like, unless he's a professional athlete, he's not going to get shoes that big.
Right. Yeah. And then
they don't make
which
them
shoe
that big.
Companies said yes?
Puma and Under Armour.
Yep. So he's going to get shoes
and
made.
they're going to send people to his house to measure his feet.
Can you believe that?
They should put
Can
him
you
in
imagine a size 23 foot?
It's a
I call
mailbox.
that a flipper.
They said it's as long as a mailbox.
That's about where I am.
Yeah.
That's a flipper.
Because the ones he has on in the picture are 22s, and then they don't fit him anymore. And that's what Shaquille O'Neal wears.
So he'll have the biggest feet in the world.
So he's going for that. He's applying to have that record.
Yeah, he may well have it. Isn't that amazing? Look at the size of them feet.
But he can't. He plays football or JV football. He's only 14.
Right.
But he keeps twisting his ankles because he doesn't have any cleats.
Right. Oh, they'll make him cleats too.
And he wants to play basketball, but he can't because he doesn't have any shoes that fit.
Seeing they have the mold, they'll probably make him all three.
Yeah.
You know?
But the thing is, they don't want to make him too many because his feet are probably still growing.
Right.
Well, that's my point. So, a kid like that, he's going to be an NFL lineman or something,
Oh, yeah. He's going to be over 7 feet tall before he's done growing.
If I was, one of the shoe companies, I'd be jumping all over that.
Right?
That's what I was thinking.
Getting in early.
They said Nike laughed at him.
Although he's wearing Nikes in that picture.
That's because the mom found some at an outlet or something and bought them for $25.
Right.
She bought like all the pairs that were left, but now they don't fit him anymore.
Could you imagine having to replace those shoes as he was growing up? All those different sizes that he needed along the way?
Yeah.
Good gracious, you would have been better off buying a shoe store.
It doesn't matter if there's no shoes in that size.
I know.
You know what else? This is a different thing, but size 6 in men's is like the hardest size to find because it's kind of in between kid and adult, and they don't make that many shoes in that size because when Tommy wore a size 6, I had a hard time finding him adult soccer cleats. This is like a really hard size to find.
Right.
Yeah. Women wear sizes
That's
like
small.
that, and and you know the smaller men's sizes.
I mean, fortunately, we live near soccer.com, so I could sometimes get him stuff, but it was hard.
They're amazing. Always got
The
a
reason
foot.
why I think this kid's going to be a hell of a football player, his bones are thick.
Yeah.
He's got
Oh my
bones
God,
like a
can you
freaking
imagine
bear.
how much it costs to feed that kid every week?
Oh my
And how much
God.
he weighs already.
Did you see the football picture of him down at
Like
the bottom of that article?
He's like Godzilla.
Oh, I didn't look that far.
Oh
down.
my
I just-
God.
He's huge, right?
That is.
Good gracious.
He makes those other kids look like they're
Munchkins.
elementary school.
That's just not even fair. He's going to be huge. He needs to get in the weight room, of course.
Gonna be. Jeez.
Well, I mean, he's going to be a monster if he gets himself in serious shape. Because if he's what's the name of the guy? The Fridge.
Oh,
He's
I
not
love the
gonna
fridge.
I know, but he was for his time. But now the guys are that big and that muscular, you know, as the littler guys.
Yeah, he's huge.
Good gracious, he's gonna be at least 7'2" or 4.
Well, he's already 6'10".
Right, that's what I mean. 7'2", 7'4". Isn't that something? Anyway, I thought that story was amazing.
Well, they found some shoes, so that's good.
Bigfoot.
She said she still might do the Italy thing so that he can
Oh,
get nice
that's-
shoes for like prom or whatever.
That's cool. The shoes that he has right now,
Yeah.
the Nikes that he found, his mom found, size 22, were made for Taco Fall, who played basketball for UCF down here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw him play many times.
Yeah,
Oh, neat.
it said she found them and she bought up all the rest of the pairs, but they don't fit anymore.
Huh. How'd they figure out they were his, though?
Maybe because they only make that one
Well,
kind. Maybe.
probably only that. Yeah, probably only that. All right. We started talking about this story for a minute on the other show, then we went and did something else.
Which one? What?
Ontario woman.
Is that like Florida Man?
Well, it's close, but she's like hiring a Florida man, sort of man.
Oh.
She offered a homeless man a job.
Oh, right.
Remember that?
Yeah. I
She
did.
owned a farm, and she saw the man reading a book and collecting change in her town of Newcastle, Ontario. So she decided to strike up a conversation. They ended up talking 25 minutes before she invited Bannister to work on her farm the next day. He said it floored me, of course.
What?
He said it floored me.
Really?
Anyway.
Can you keep talking?
Well, every day, Bannister and the other staff clean the stables, haul the hay, and care for 200 animals, including goats, cows, horses, and dogs. Gotta love the dogs, don't you? How's your dog doing, Dersh?
He's sleeping right now.
That's the best way during the show. They work morning and afternoon shifts and take a rest in the middle of the day. And she said that she drives Bannister back and forth to work, back and forth to town. Since the work, McDuff has gone even further with her helps. That's the lady to help Bannister. She got him his first haircut in 2 years, a phone, and access to some potential financial support. Ooh, more money for him.
Nice.
Yeah. She is also involved in the community in helping raise money for him to have food, clothes, and a hotel room to sleep.
Nice.
They are even now eyeing a permanent room for him to live nearby. So that's cool.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Good people.
Yeah, I like good people. Mean people suck.
They do.
I bought that T-shirt. When did that saying come out? 25, 30 years ago?
No, I don't know. Yeah.
Anyway, my beer's empty. I'm gonna open another one.
Sorry, this is funny, but I'll tell you when we're talking about NASCAR.
Okay. This is kind of cool if you're a veteran. VA Veterans Emergency Room bills could get repaid by VA thanks to change. You told me this one.
Yeah.
That would be neat. Veterans who receive care at non-VA emergency rooms since 2010 can now get some of their out-of-pocket costs reimbursed even years later, even if their claims were previously denied. That's the important part.
Right. Right.
The VA is finalizing a rule published February 22nd that takes effect April 24th that would cover those past costs and reimburse veterans going forward. It's pretty cool.
It is cool.
You'll have to file prior patients will have to file a new claim to the VA by February 22nd. That's over. 2024 to get their money.
Yeah.
Very
good.
Yeah.
That should happen, and I totally and completely believe veterans should not pay taxes at all. Period.
Yep.
Well, you don't have to pay taxes on your disability, so that's good.
I do. Oh my God.
Oh no, I mean for VA.
Right.
I thought it was for both. I thought it was for both, but it's not.
Man,
no, you have to pay them on SS, right?
Taxes on disability, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, so they don't need to be changing that. They want to change that, and that's dumb.
Yeah, that would be bad.
It's like, for me, it's over $7,000 a year the taxes on my disability money.
Yeah, I thought somebody told me that there was no taxes on that, so we didn't do anything about that last year, and so.
The way things are, they aren't likely to remove that either. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not going to complain too much because it's better than zero, but.
Yeah, but the problem I have with it, and it's even before I started getting disability, is you're getting money that's already been taxed.
Right. You used to have to pay taxes on Social Security a long time ago. No. Or disability.
Right.
I think Ronald Reagan changed that, but I could be wrong.
You could be. I don't know. It's going to cover vets who had private insurance as well.
Ah, that's nice.
But it will not cover co-pays and deductibles.
Right, but you don't have to pay them anyway because
right.
You have disability.
Right.
From the VA.
Right. If you never filed for a claim, you still get another chance.
Nice.
Yeah, that's from military.com. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I know that I've got a lot of disabled friends out there. So let's see. This one's not such a nice story. Lisa sent this to me. Family Feud contestant accused of killing wife joked on show the biggest mistake was saying "I do."
That was a long time.
On the air.
But that was.
I know.
He was on Family Feud a long time before that he killed his wife.
Right.
It aired in 2020.
Yeah, I remember this episode too. I actually watched it on what's that? Game Show Network.
Game Show Network.
Yep.
That's what it's called, right?
Yep. So that wasn't so good, What time is this?
Yeah, probably not.
Now, if you say that on a game show with your wife, I'm surprised that she didn't force him that.
He said, "I love you, honey butt," or something like that. Or "I'm just kidding," or something.
We were talking about our wedding last night.
Who was?
You was. I was. We was.
Joking.
You was?
Yeah. Yeah, that. All right, moving right along. Another story from military.com. Coca-Cola was the result of a wounded soldier trying to ease his own pain. Hence the cane in it.
Oh, did you know that Coke lies on their website and says there was never any cocaine in Coca-Cola?
Coca-Cola lies about a lot of stuff.
The way they worded it, though, they said it was never an added ingredient. Well, no, it was just a regular ingredient.
Right.
It wasn't added.
In the Coca plant.
Right. Right. But the way they worded it said it wasn't an added ingredient.
No, it was.
Did you know that?
It was the whole basis of their flavor.
Did you know? Well, no,
so stupid.
Not really. It was
Coca. Go ahead.
It wasn't the basis of the flavor.
Okay.
The flavor was from sugar and all the spices that he puts in there that nobody knows what it is. The cocaine wasn't for flavor.
It was to addict people.
Plant, though.
That was just for the cocaine part.
Oh, that's just for the cocaine.
It doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't taste
Well,
like.
It had some
Coke.
flavor too.
No. Coca leaves are actually illegal in the United States, but they let them in to make Coke, and then they de-cocoa them.
De-coke them?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yup.
Far out.
Yup.
Alrighty, where was I? So fighting in the Civil War didn't end when Robert Lee surrendered. Of course, it went on for some time.
Well, there are a lot of people addicted to morphine, and they used to use cocaine as a cure for morphine addiction.
Yeah. So anyway, Lieutenant Colonel John Pemberton got a slash wound to his chest. When the war ended, he became addicted to morphine, like you said, to ease the pain. In trying to cure his addiction, he created not only a $260 billion business, but an entire global industry.
But he had mostly sold it by then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a doctor since he was 19 and a skilled chemist at a drugstore in Columbus. He began creating patented medicines after the war and started selling his first popular medicine, Pemberton's French wine cola.
French
wine? Wow,
well, because that was a thing in France. It was
right.
Cocaine and wine.
French wine coca.
Yeah.
Ah. Yeah.
So but then they made alcohol illegal in Fulton County, Georgia, so he had to make something else.
Put cocaine in something else.
Sugar water.
Yeah. Basically. So anyway, the active ingredient was still cocaine mixed with wine in the first one. So as you said, when they made it illegal, in Fulton County, he needed to formulate. So he experimented with different ingredients. But
supposedly nobody really knows what the true formula is. Still.
Yeah. So he mixed the syrup with carbonated water and he found magic. He called it Coca-Cola. He liked the alliteration. His new beverage marketed as the temperance drink. We're all buzzed to shit.
There was very little cocaine in it, apparently.
Right. It was selling as a cure for nervous affections.
Yeah, stomach problems and stuff like that. What it was originally sold for.
And then, of course, he died in 1888.
But he had already sold most of it off.
Right.
He didn't make any money off of it, really.
Right. Well, it wasn't long before Atlanta businessman and former druggist Asa Briggs Candler controlled the entire enterprise. Candler's operation became bottling the beverage, then sold the licensing rights to other to bottle Coca-Cola throughout the country. Very interesting. So another fellow worker just kind of stole it from him.
No, he bought it. He bought
He
it.
didn't say he acquired it.
Yeah, I think he bought it for very little money. I think I read the article.
Yeah, it wasn't like Bill Gates who just outright stole it.
Oh, he just bought it because he didn't think he was going to make very much money from it. Right. I mean, the original guy.
Right. What time is it? 7:46. All right.
NASCAR.
Well, we're getting there. We're in the home stretch of that.
You're not in charge of nothing.
You do it. Jay Leno surprises burn center nurses with a Bahama vacation.
That's very nice.
When he burned himself working on one of his cars, he obviously in his face, chest, and hands, he had to spend 9 days in the hospital. So everybody that treated him for him, you get a trip.
Cool.
You get a trip. You get a trip.
To the Bahamas?
To the Bahamas.
Those are pretty cheap trips.
But they're in LA.
Yeah.
That's a long flight.
Yeah. That's true.
So each trip's going to be over 10 grand.
I should have sent him to Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Be like, Jay, I'm afraid of flying. Can you just put me on a cruise that goes around the southern tip of
send me
South
to Catalina
America?
Island or something. Yeah.
Well, I want to go to the Bahamas, but I want to go via the southern tip of South America.
Oh, not even go through the...
No, we could come back through the Panama Canal, but...
Hey, Darsh. In this is random, but in April, there's this thing in Raleigh called Beers for Beagles. It's a fundraiser. It's a fundraiser for beagle rescue.
Where is it?
Oh, Raleigh. In Raleigh. We should
Come on up.
We should go.
I want to go.
Come on up.
Send me the information, Lisa. I'm serious.
Right. Yeah, it's that Lone. Have you ever heard of Lone Rider beer?
No.
I don't know. Anyway, so I'll send it to you.
Cool. That's awesome. I might have to come up for that.
My friend does beagle rescue.
Hey, Durst, you got to put this last one up here. It's from robreport.com. Because this is Lisa's ultimate Rolls Royce.
What?
The Rolls Royce you sent me.
What one was that? Like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Oh, like I remember that.
You just remembered it.
No, I don't.
What color was it?
Purple.
Of course.
I don't know. Oh, that one-off Rolls Royce.
Right.
Yeah.
That thing is gorgeous.
It's a designer Rolls Royce.
A fashion designer, Iris Van Herpen, helped Rolls Royce create a one-of-a-kind Phantom Syntopia. How gorgeous is that car?
That is a beautiful car.
I mean, if you're going to have a Rolls Royce and you want a big old yacht like that, purple's cool. Purple works for me.
Oh, that color purple is perfectly fine.
Oh, yeah. It seems like it's a little bit darker than Plum Crazy.
Yeah. It's very regal.
A little bit more dark in it there.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah. I would take that car in a heartbeat.
And the hood has got like this wavy stuff on it, and the inside has kind of wavy stuff.
Right.
It's neat.
And it's as long as your truck. Probably got a wheelbase longer than your truck.
It's pretty cool.
It's got suicide doors on it.
We need to talk about NASCAR.
We got time.
We got 10 minutes.
I know. That's all it takes. Anyway, that car's badass.
I like it.
It is.
Moving right along to NASCAR, as Lisa requested. As I
Dershey did.
As Lisa demanded.
All right, start talking. What do you want to talk about in NASCAR? You guys started.
Well, Josh Williams, for one thing. That was. Did you hear about that, Dersh?
No.
The guy at the Xfinity race.
Let's go to the park.
No, well, listen.
Okay, go ahead.
Shut
Tell
up.
the story then. Go ahead.
So there's a rule in NASCAR that they never use, that if something comes off your car during a caution and causes another caution, then you like have to part.
You get parked.
You get parked. Like, they never use this rule. They never apply it.
I've never ever heard of it.
I know, nobody knows about it and never heard of it.
So they went and used it.
So it was cold in Atlanta. It was cold in Atlanta. And they put tape on this guy's car because he wrecked during the first caution, I guess. And the tape came off because it doesn't stick when it's cold.
Right.
So they caused another caution. So they told him to park his car. So he parked his car at the start-finish line, got out, and walked.
After he walked, waved to all the fans all along the way.
And then made a little heart sign, you know.
Oh, he's getting fined.
Oh, well, that's what they said. He was, you should have heard Joey he was going, oh no. oh no.
Yeah, he's going to make the Hendrix fine look like child's play.
Yeah, but he goes, you know what? Go ahead and fine me. I don't have any money. And then Denny goes, I'll pay your fine because that was cool. And then so they didn't fine him, they just suspended him for a race.
For one race.
Because you can't get around that. Like Denny can't do that for him.
Yeah,
right.
So they didn't even fine, but they did make him go sit in the hauler for the rest of the race, and they took his car.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, the guy's name's Josh Williams, and he's gonna be on.
He's gonna get a better ride.
He's gonna be on race.
Yeah, he got that right.
You know,
I love that guy. He found a new fan.
He's a nice guy. Apparently, everybody likes him. He goes to children's hospitals.
Him and Corey LaJoy need a good team.
He goes to children's hospitals all the time.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, and his wife is some cook or chef on TikTok, and they're really cute. And and he has a shirt now that says,
"I parked it."
No, it says "Can't park here." He's selling his shirts.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's
says
awesome.
Yeah. Yep. So anyway, he was the thing at the Xfinity race. That was awesome. I mean, he was probably like the ESPN. What is it called? The Sports Center.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Top 10.
Top 10.
Well, you know what? A guy that like him, he drives for a small team.
I never heard of him.
No
before.
money.
He's got an awesome mullet.
He does. All of a sudden, he does something like this, and he gets a ton of notoriety. We'll probably get more sponsorship, better rides. It's things like that, you know. When somebody says, "You know what? Park me," I don't have anything to lose, man. I'm here just because of the love of the sport.
Nobody ever heard of that rule.
Right? They pull an obscure rule.
Like it's
out
been
of
a
their
rule,
butt.
but they never use it.
So yeah,
I'm sorry,
I love
but
what he did.
in a case like that's ridiculous to enforce that rule. It's not his fault.
No,
he can't control the temperature.
And he didn't run into anybody.
Right. It just
nobody
flew
ran
off.
over it. Yeah, a big piece of black tape came
That's
off his
ridiculous.
I bet he makes more money because
he's selling the T-shirts now.
He's gonna make more money from everything, from sponsorships
Can't
and everything.
Park
else.
here. He made a shirt. It's the black
Has
shirt.
Got the car?
No, it's a black shirt, white letters. Can't park here, and then there's a start-finish line.
Oh, that's
nice.
great.
And he's selling the shirts.
That's great.
Yeah.
He likes it. He approves. So anyway, that is definitely the highlight of
That is hysterical.
You should watch it. You should find the clip, Dirge. It's funny.
I'll look it up.
It's funny because Joey's voice is just like, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Joey does that a lot.
He's a...
Joey had a good day, didn't he?
Yeah, Jerry had a great
day.
day.
There was this cute picture on Instagram. It said him and his dad have been waiting to take that picture since 1999.
Bad.
Hey, I got a question. Who won the fantasy league this week?
You.
Some loser. I don't know what the guy's name is.
Who's winning the fantasy league this year?
Some
it's
loser
only
named
4 races, isn't it?
Butt Dude or something like that. So, dudes.
Chuck's Duds.
Duds.
Chuck's Duds.
Chuck's Duds.
Yep. So I won again, so that was good news. In the race, Joey Logano dominated.
But then he wasn't winning right at the end until he was.
Right. Brad Keselowski is continuing an extremely strong season.
Man, he has turned that team around.
I was telling Lisa that yesterday.
They were POS. They were POS up until...
They were horrible. They really were. They were bottom... I don't know. Roush.
Oh.
They were bottom.
Yeah.
But when Brad Keselowski came on board and took part ownership of that team, everything's going in the right direction.
He improved them last year, but this year he's gone nuts, man. He's up in the front, running top 5s, top 10s. should have won that race. Could have won that race.
The Cat in the Hat is smiling, knowing the investment he got.
He's not dead.
I know he's smiling.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say he was dead. He's smiling.
Oh,
My
okay.
mother's dead.
She might be smiling too.
She probably is. I don't have to live with Chaz anymore.
You're not right.
Oh God. Seabell finished third.
Did he?
Yes,
Did
he
you
has
hear-
been
did you-
strong.
Nobody noticed what Eric Jones did.
Well, wait. You give me a moment.
Well,
I
you
can't
didn't
do
know
the
until
top 10 if you don't let me get number 8. So Seabell, he's become the leader of JGR.
Absolutely.
He really is.
Yep.
The biggest,
Ty Gibbs
the
got
biggest story nobody knows about this year, Corey LaJoy.
Yeah,
4th place.
that was awesome.
So another top 5, top 10 finish.
Maybe that's
for him.
why.
He needs a good...
Maybe
he
it's because he cut his hair.
Oh, no. Don't say that. That's the reverse of Samson and Delilah.
Maybe it was holding him back.
Too much drag?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's
way
fun.
way down the car too much.
Yeah. He's a hell of a driver. I keep telling Lisa that he needs to be put in a first-rate team and he can win. Anyway, moving right along, Tyler Reddick got his best finish since he's been with 23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't been doing so hot.
He's
Nope.
had a terrible season so far.
He's had terrible luck more than anything. Denny Hamlin finished 6th. Meh. He finished 6th. That was the race before though that we weren't here. He decided to run Ross Chastain
And then admitted it.
And then
On
admitted it.
TV, what a dumbass.
He lost a bunch of points.
25 points.
25 points and how much money? 50 grand.
50,000, yeah. But he's appealing. Well, I mean,
He's not appealing.
He's
Denny
appealing.
Hamlin.
Yeah, I know. He's appealing the penalty. He's not appealing to me.
He's not appealing at all, no.
What's
Ryan
he gonna-
Blaney.
What's he appealing? His stupidity?
You don't run somebody in the wall, admit it, get suspended, and then appeal it.
Well, I guess you do.
You do if you're Denny Hamlin.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Ryan Blaney finished 7th. Our boy. Woohoo! That was good.
Amazing.
Gotta admit it.
He was on my bench. I had 2 wreck drivers and Blaney. But I mean, he was 2 laps down at the end of
Yep.
stage
Oh, no.
2.
Came all the way
I
back.
know. I think
Yep.
he was on my bench too.
Number 8 was Eric Jones. He had an
He
excellent
came
race.
in 9 places in 1 lap.
He gained 9 places on the last
On the white flag lap.
And number 10 was Kaibu. Happy Kaibu. No longer complaining Kaibu. After the race, he was happy with the finish.
Didn't you miss something?
Nope, got everybody.
Who got?
Wasn't there a
No,
fifth?
you
Oh
did.
no, number 9.
The Tyrant.
Ty
The
Gibbs.
Tyrant.
Yeah.
Lisa calls him the Tyrant. He finished 9th and Kaibu finished 10th. Lisa doesn't like Ty Gibbs very
No,
much.
not much.
Oh. Hey, guess what? It's time to get out of here, y'all. Oh no, I finished. You told me it was 7:59. I talked for a
It
minute
is
20.
7:59.
It is
Well,
7:59.
Oh, I talked to minute 20 in less than a minute.
Call you Eric Jones.
Who's the most impressive of the top 10 you guys saw this week?
Blaney.
Corey
Right.
LaJoy. Well, I have to agree with Blaney because he was 3 laps down at one point
Yes,
in the race.
he was
Yeah.
3 laps
Hey.
down. That was impressive.
Hey, Durst, you know what? My kid who's in our thing, he wasn't near his computer, and he had Joey on the bench.
Ouch.
Oh no.
He probably
All
could
right.
have beat Chuck.
It is 8 o'clock, y'all. The right side of politics will be coming up in a half an hour.
Are you sure about that?
Well,
Are you sure about that time?
If you don't blow the stuff up, we're fine.
Are you sure about that time?
You're gonna click. You're gonna click buttons. 8:30, I said, didn't I?
No, did you say 8 o'clock? Because it's 8 o'clock now.
Oh, 8:30. Sorry, 8:30 Eastern
Because
time.
I'm not going to be on the show.
Right, Eastern time.
Eastern.
All right, we're out of here. We'll see you very shortly, Durst. If you get, he did it. Oh God, that timing was good. Right there's the link for the Rumble
Woohoo.
link for the right side of politics. Click on that. We will be with you in 29 minutes.
Bye, guys.
Good night, guys.
Woohoo.
Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you.